Hi guys, and welcome to Zara's World. Today you're here with me, Zara, and today I'm going to be giving you guys a little story time while I kind of play around with some of my products. So my first story time is going to be my first day of high school, which is 4 whole years ago from today. Or not from today, from September. It'll be 6 years ago. I'm old. Sorry guys, I caught a little error. I started high school 6 years ago. It was my grade 9 year 6 years ago, but it was COVID time, so I was like online. But my first legitimate day was back in grade 10, so I'll be talking about that. So for my grade 9 year, like I just said, I was online because of COVID. And grade 10, finally, some of the restrictions were like going away, so I became in person, right? Like masks were still mandatory, but like it wasn't as crazy as it would have been in my grade 9 year. Plus they kept us, like the kids who did go to school in like my grade, who went to school in grade 9, they had to go home as of I think October or November or something like that. So yeah, back to what I was saying about the whole, online, going to school thing. So I had the last time I was at school was for middle school, because here in my city we do like either 6 to 8 for middle school or 7 and 8 for middle school. So that was that. I hadn't seen my friends since grade 8, especially because of like COVID, right? And I don't know, it was just a really odd first day of school. I'll explain. So yeah, I was online all of grade 9. I was in person grade 10 for the first day of school. And I remember when I walked in that building, I felt like I was in a movie or like a TV show, and it was like, Hollywood first day of school. It was so big because I came from an elementary school that was like all one floor, and my middle school was big too, but nothing as big as my high school. My high school is not even big for like a high school, but I feel for me it was quite big. I was a little bit late to school because it was also my brother's first day of school, and he was little, so that kind of like made me a little late. I walked in and I remember that like we had to like fill out like a piece of paper to like prove we didn't have COVID. And we had to sign it off with our signatures. So I was like, wow, this is crazy. It feels like I'm doing airport security. But anyways, I remember I had filled out my sheet. I had said hi to staff that I've never seen before in my life. And it just felt odd because I was a grade 10 student, but I felt like a grade 9. And I know it wasn't the same. It wasn't like this only for me. But at the same time, it was just like, I don't know anybody here. Well, I knew my friends, but I didn't even think to go find them, if that makes any sense. I just like, I went to class and I think it was, it was science. My first class of high school was science. Sorry guys. That's a terrible job. It's okay, I'm just playing around. But yeah, that was my first class. It was science class, and I had walked in and it was like, it wasn't a classroom, it was a laboratory, and I'd never seen them before because I came from a middle school, which it was my first time in a high school, and because we do lab experiments and stuff. But yeah, I was like, okay, and I was late too, so everybody had taken a seat. There was only like a couple seats in the front that was left, and I also didn't know anybody in that class, or I did know their faces, but I wasn't there. They weren't my friends and stuff, so it was like even more, it wasn't awkward because of that, but like so I had quietly just sat in the front. And I remember my thoughts going through my head that day. I was like, whoa, this doesn't feel real. It literally felt like I was in a Hollywood movie. I wasn't even like scared or anything. know what was going through my head. I didn't even think to look for friends or anything. Anyways, lunchtime hit. I was so lost, so out of it. I left the classroom and I remember I was quick to leave the classroom. I left quite fast. And I had made my way over to the front foyer. And I remember just standing there, literally just standing there in my jean jacket, because that was my first day of school fit. I don't remember what I was wearing with the jean jacket, but I clearly remember the jean jacket being a part of my fit. And yeah, I was just standing there looking at the people go this way and the people go that way, and they're literally just, it felt like an airport at like Christmas time or something. And I literally just stood there and just stared at people. And then I don't know what I did with my lunch period. I don't know if I ended up finding any of my friends from like middle school and stuff, who I obviously kept in touch with but hadn't seen due to COVID restrictions. But yeah, that was like a very weird day, if that makes any sense. I was just there standing. I remember it didn't feel real. Like, it literally felt like I was in a Hollywood movie. I don't know if you guys have ever felt that way, because I know we've all watched movies and we all know what like their first day of schools look like. But for me, it felt like I was in a Hollywood movie. And to this day, I still don't know how I didn't think to look for my friends. Like, how they didn't message me. We were all just really lost, because I remember when we finally saw each other, we questioned each other why we didn't know. I have no idea what was in the vaccines that we got. I didn't get it, but or just what was in the air back at COVID time. But we were all just weirdos. Anyways, that was my high school experience, my first day of school. It was definitely something. I thought I'd share it with you guys. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Feel free to share your first day of school. I don't know what grade you guys are in, whether it was your first day of like 2nd grade, 3rd grade, 9th grade, first day of university, kindergarten, whatever it may be. Share down below. Bye guys.